Hello folks and welcome back to Puffin Plains. This is a game that we've taken a look at a little while ago, and there's a link up there if you'd like to explore it. But there's been some updates and they're exciting and they make me want to play it a lot more, and they're things that I was looking for. So let's dive into it. We're going to start a new game off here. We're going to just be Red Moon Rocket Airways, and then we can go through and change our bird species, and each one has different upside potential. I think for me, Puffin's the one that I want to play with the most, but there's other options out there. Now we can play on Earth or habitable Mars for some reason. We have hardcore, free play, or creative. We're going to leave it in hardcore. Starting airport is going to be random. And then we have a number of airlines. I'm going to knock that back to like 4, mainly because the map just tends to get really crowded really quickly. And if there's too many airlines, it produces some problems. Let's go 5. Just to show that we're not doing it totally there. All right, so we've started our new airline. We can set up here is where we're set, which is in China, and that sounds fine. So I might start off in Shanghai or in this spot here. I'm not really sure, but we have some money and we have 2 planes. But we can see the problem here already is if I go to view Shanghai, there's already another airline operating. That dotted line, I don't know who it is right now, but there's a dotted line that shows me that there's already an airline operating there. So there's also one in India. There's nobody in all of Europe, and I don't have any of Europe unlocked. I don't have any United States unlocked, but I do have Mexico here unlocked. So I might start off in Mexico and go from there. Looks like all of that is available to us. And then we have this area here in Africa that's available to us as well. So I can go from Lagos over to any of these and do our thing. I kind of want to start here because that's what we own. So we already have it. And if I were to drive or place it to Wuhan, I can do that. Same with those. It's just a far trip. The range of that plane is 1,600 miles or kilometers, and that trip is 756 kilometers. So it's not close by any means. But Europe is also very intriguing. Just that there's nothing there that, I mean, we can't unlock any of it, unfortunately. But let's go over to Mexico. That's the most intriguing of them all right now. So we're going to use this as our, that's 716,000, 800,000, 800,000, and 1.5 million. So we're going to use this as our starting spot. So we're going to buy our rights there. We're going to connect over to that, connect over to that. And we have a little bit of money, so we're going to buy another couple of these planes. And once those planes are built, we'll build this last one here. But let's talk about some updates to the game. First off, you can see who, or let's go for the first tab on here. This is also new. But let's take a look here. We have all of our stuff here. We can see presence from other airlines or ourselves. We can see our passenger throughput of how many people per hour. You can see the destinations. And next tab, this is competition. We can see who's there and what they're doing as far as percentage. We can also increase marketing. We can claim exclusive rights so nobody else can buy any new stuff there. And then we can also do this bad boy, which absolutely cripples the airport's ability to process people. It's terrible. Over here, we have the ability to rent out concourses. We can see where people want to go. We can add infrastructure to our places. And then we also have planes that are there. But for right now, we're going to do with this, and we'll see how that leads us down the road here. Like Dallas just opened up, which is something I definitely want to have. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to order a big old expensive plane to go to Dallas. And while I'm doing that, the buttons across the bottom, most of this is play pause, shows us cash flow. This one's kind of weird. Our Puffin tokens there. We have our CEO rating, and our CEO rating matters a whole lot. In hardcore mode, if you fall below a D average or a D minus, they kick you out, you lose. So you need to keep that up. And the way to keep that up is by fulfilling contracts. These other buttons allow you to see a whole bunch of stuff, but the contracts is key here. So we need to launch 3 new routes within 10 days. And we are going to do that. I'm not going to accept that quite yet because I want to build up the cash. But we will accept that, and we're going to build out up to the United States once we have our planes built. Down here on the bottom right hand side, we can see our planes being built, and we have our first planes being delivered. We are negative cash flow, but now we're positive, so that's good. It's still showing negative as far as the estimated profit per day, but our actual coffers are going up by the opposite amount, so whatever. And we're just keep an eye on this. We want to make sure this one does not expire, and we have to accept it within a certain number of days, or it does not work. So we're just going to kind of see it through a little bit. We are making profit, which is the best part. And we need to make sure we do 3 well-served routes. So I have a leveraging veteran and the Picos. So we can go from here to Dallas. We can get this guy to there. And then we just need to buy one more, maybe Lubbock, which isn't super expensive. So we're going to go in here. We're going to click on accept. And now we can start connecting our planes out here. So that's going to be a Pico between Dallas and there. That is going to be a leveraging veteran, but it's going to cost us $7,700 to do that. So we're just going to have to wait on that. And you can see that we do have another airline competing with us here. If we go and take a look, we have Hummingbird Jet. Those jerks that they are absolutely competing with us right now. So that's a problem that we are going to need to solve and crush their spirits with. We do have another option here available. We can acquire and we just need to do it 17 days. So we're going to accept that one as well to add on some more stuff and make sure we have everything well taken care of. I'm going to start another plane here because that one is not being well served enough yet. And we'll order some more planes. And then we'll be able to service the Dallas-Fort Worth area with our aircraft here, hopefully very soon. You can see our CEO rating is dropping like a stone, and that's okay. It's not super important for what we're doing right now, but it will be real soon. So let's go ahead and connect this up with a leveraging veteran. And as we take a look here, we need to operate 2 more to get that one, and this one we need just 1 more. So we're going to connect this to San Antonio. We already have that. We just need our $6,100 and then we'll be good to go. And Dallas-Fort Worth is going to be our major hub. I'm not dealing with all of this mess. Like, they can have all this if they want. That's fine. I want to take over the US and then expand out to Europe and beyond. That's kind of where my brain's at right now. So we'll do that. We should have... Oh, we don't have CSs. Oh, there we go. We got our 5 out of 5. You can see our D+ rating. And we need to acquire another city here. Okay, so not a big deal. Let's go ahead and acquire Lubbock. There we go. And we can even start a plane out of there. All right. That gives us reputation, but more importantly, if we go in here, it brings us up. We had a D+, now we have a B-, so that definitely helps. And Southern China, no, we're not going to establish a hub in Southern China. But we take a look here, we still need to get our well-served routes. So we're going to go in, we're going to order another Pico, and that Pico is going to serve this little orange one right here. And this guy is not doing well. Look at that, we're using up 72%, so we're going to have to rent out a concourse here eventually. And we'll add that plane in there. That should be able to do its job. There we go. And once we get enough money, we can rent out this. We actually only need 10,000. And we'll see what we got. All right, so let's go back to our contract area because we're at an A now because we did 2 of those. I don't want to do either of those. We're not going to China right now. We are purely focused on the United States. So I'm going to increase that one. That should bring that usage down a whole bunch and be in good shape. All right. So now we get to expand Dallas-Fort Worth out a whole bunch. I do want to rent out concourses. I do want to make sure we have all of that stuff there. If we take a look at this place, we are not the major airline, but it's totally fine. We're just kind of the basic airline for that area, and I can deal with that. We don't want to do that. Let's go back here. In Dallas-Fort Worth, we have the ability to rent a concourse, but we also have the ability to build buildings. So I would like to have a hangar. Once we have enough money, we can build a hangar and do all of that, which is fantastic. We just don't have the money to do so right now. We do have the money to expand out to some of these cities. So Oklahoma City is gonna order a plane for, and we'll start that plane up. And then Austin, we have the ability to add on Austin as well here. Ooh, we got 4 new things. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got. Operating rights to 3 cities. Yeah, we can do that. And what else? 5 new served. Yeah, we can do that. All right. And while we have our Puffin tokens, if we click on that, we can go in here. We have our airline policies like we had in the game previously. And then we also have our airline upgrades. I would like to decrease the cost and decrease the build time for our basic one, because I'm trying to get this increased capacity. If I can skirt through 20 extra people on a plane, that's just pure profit in my pocket, which is what I'm really looking for here. So right now we need to get 3 new cities and a number of other items set up here. So Tulsa, you are our next town that we're going to build. Little Rock, you're coming next, but we're going to get some more planes in our belt here. So under $2,000 for some planes, which is beautiful. And just kind of a waiting game right now to make sure we can afford all of the things that I would like to get. So I'll start that plane up. And I don't want to go to Houston quite yet. If we take a look, it's 7.1 million people. This one is 2.4, but we're sending planes that have seats for 80 people. So it doesn't make total sense to do that. But we are now running up into some capacity issues. So we're going to have to rent out, and we're going to find the cheapest rent, which I think is $3,100. So I'll rent that one out. There we go. Bringing that usage down. And what do we still need to get? We need that. We just need to acquire 1 more of those, and our reputation will be restored. Our problem right now is we don't have enough hangar space for all the planes that we want to add or need to add. So how much more do we have for this? That we still have tons of time for that. Okay. So we're gonna get Dallas Fort Worth. Eventually we're going to be able to add on a hangar here. And once we have that $28,000, that hangar is going to allow us to add on more planes, which can then increase and fix all of these. So get that, which adds 5 planes to our availability. And the Picos will add as many of those as we can. Take a look here, our well-served routes, we need to have 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll have a 4th probably from here to there. All right, so we're gonna get extra planes on some of these busy routes. Uh-oh. See, I don't like when they start building out. We really need to establish, and we have Baltimore, Washington, and we have Atlanta. Those are 2 hubs that I'd like to have, and then something somewhere over here. Either LA, San Francisco. Doesn't really matter. All right, there we go. We got that one taken care of now, so we've accomplished that. Got 5 new cities. Okay, we can do that. So we're going to go in here. We're going to upgrade that bad boy to give us some additional capacity. And plane-wise, Q1 leveraging veteran. That's eventually going to serve our Washington-Baltimore area here. So I don't know how to best play this game, quite honestly, and there doesn't seem to be a difficulty rating or anything like that. It's just kind of exists, which is totally cool. But I want to go in and I want to crush. So we're making sure that we do all of that. So we've done 1 city, we need to increase our capacity in other cities. So I'm gonna. I'm going to keep going with the Picos, mainly just because they're a known entity and they're easy to deal with, I think. And hopefully here, we can take a look, and our in progress one, we just need one more. And our well-served routes, we can deal with that. We are going to buy another leveraging veteran. And we'll add that one to this route once it's built. Oh, what do we got? So if they want to use this, we get our money. This one, we're going to get 5% more business. Now we're just going to take the cash and run. All right, and we need to do one more spot. Richmond, eventually you're going to be our spot. Alright, and we're gonna order some more leveraging veterans here. And Baltimore, Washington, that's gonna be a spot where we are gonna place a hangar down. We just need some cash to do so, and we'll be in good shape. But man, oh man, take a look at what they're doing here. We are nothing at that airport, and they've just okay, so let me pause the game real fast and talk about this part of it. We've acquired, we did that, so green. They claimed exclusive rights there, and then they evicted us, which means we no longer have flights to that spot. We could, if we had Puffin points, raise antitrust concerns, but there's some danger with that. So we have our 2 spots. Oh, we can't, it has to be 14 days until they get that. All right. So we'll deal with that. I'm not thrilled about that situation, but we can't do anything about it. So we're going to add on to our concourse here. And we're going to continue building out of Dallas, Fort Worth, BWI, and Atlanta. Those are going to be our main focus areas here of building all of the things on. So I'm just going to start building some random routes to get ourselves kickstarted here. And we have an A rating, so that's a plus. But we're going to need a lot more, like a whole lot more. So in Dallas, Fort Worth, if we go over here, I want to upgrade that. It's a lot of money. But over here, we can purchase that. And that's going to allow us to at least buy some more planes. But I don't like that they kicked us out of our own airport there. We were the first ones there, I believe. And now we can't be there at all. All right, a hotel in Atlanta, we can do that. And BWI now is getting smacked with people. So we're going to find the next cheapest rent and go with that. And that should hopefully keep them at bay for a bit. Same with Dallas Fort Worth. When we click on the right thing. Nope. We are using 70%, so we're going to find our cheapest rent, which is that one. And that should keep us at bay for a little bit. We're going to actually get 2 of those there. All right, let me get a Pico here. and I think leveraging veteran is going to be kind of our base level at this point. It carries a lot more people. And it does most of the job that we need it to do. And we're just right now focused on just opening up as many new routes as we can. We have 4 Puffin points, so let's go ahead and use those. We'll increase our capacity there, which is going to use up 3 of the 4, and then we have some new stuff here. Oh, we need a hotel in Atlanta. That's right. So we're going to go back to Atlanta, which hopefully we're starting to see some issues there, so we'll do that. That should knock that down, and then we can go into build, and we'll get our first hotel there, along with small hangar. And we're going to order another plane to go on that part of the route. All right, Atlanta is taken care of for the most part, I believe. Let's go take a look and see what we have as our options here, because we're doing good. 4 new cities, a hub in Mexico, 5 destinations and 1 concourse. We'll accept that. All right, so let's go take a look and just see real quick what we have actually done there. All right, so we have 4 to 5 destinations and we have the concourse. All right, so we just need 1 more. From there to, there we go. We got that stuff done. We're up to 3 again. Beautiful. Again, I want to make sure that we're expanding smartly, but aggressively. So 4 new cities, yep. And 5 new well-served routes. Okay, we can do both those things. No issue whatsoever. So we're gonna go in here. Let's take a look to Albany. Well, we have planes that are being built, so we're gonna wait till they get built fully. And we also, let's see, we can afford them, so we're gonna smack that one on there. That's 1. Atlanta, you'll get Kansas City. We got those. So we have 2 of our 4 already taken care of. Let's pause. We'll go to Norfolk. I always forget how to pronounce that one. Order there. And then Raleigh Durham. You're going to get a plane as well. And then well-served routes. We should have those. We need to construct 3 hangars. We'll pause that game. We can do that. And a training center in New Orleans. Training centers, from my memory, are very expensive. Yeah, I need $200,000 to do that. But we're making bank right now, so that one's done. And that is the idea here is that we're slowly being able to upgrade all of our planes to do more stuff. Which is kind of the plan here. So I need 3 new hangars, which we can afford, and launch 6 new well-served routes. We'll accept that as well. But that's I think that's going to be our starting point here for what we've done to get all of everything taken care of. We will get these routes, these planes, all of the stuff figured out more in detail next time as I continue to order more while I'm talking. But I really dig this game, especially with this new update. It's really fun, and I want to kind of explore more. There are economies of scale and a whole bunch of other stuff that go into this game that make it far more interesting than what you would think it is. But for right now, our Red Moon Rocket Airways or Airlines, I forget what we called it, is doing a bang-up job for everything it needs to do. So that's going to be where I leave us today. Folks, thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.